racetrack here on the right. Take my two-wheeled horse in there. Vibration wise, sitting on 60, you get a little bit in the feet, but it's not uncomfortable or anything. When you hit about 100, you do feel a bit more vibration coming through, but it's not uncomfortable. You can just bear with it. It's not going to cause any dramas. It's not painful or anything. It doesn't feel like you're going to fall apart. The bike doesn't rattle like it's falling apart or anything. It is a twin cylinder, so I guess that helps smooth it, but it's not bad. Should just mention, if I haven't put up the video yet, I will be. I recorded a video when I did put the 91 RON fuel in the bike, and I don't know if it was the combination of the fuel, or if it's just the fuel itself, or if it was the fuel injectors. But the bike idles really awkwardly, to the point where the computer wasn't getting enough power, so the screen would just wig out like you turned it off and on again. The display would reset itself, and after a while, because the computer wasn't getting enough power, wasn't processing the fuel sensors and indicators and stuff like that, it was coming up with FL fault on the display. So yeah, that was pretty bad. Had me worried for a bit until I figured it out. Yeah, you should watch that video if you got those symptoms. Change your fuel, and FL, or maybe it's FI, could be fuel injector. Maybe have a look at them, clean them out, and see how she goes. It still does every now and then when I first start it up. Just have idling, but I'll just give it a little kick, just give it that boost. Squeeze the throttle and it comes up good. Down that street there's a motorcycle dealer, Darwin Motorcycles. I had a look in there before getting this bike. So if you're in Darwin and you want a cheap bike, I reckon those bikes will be alright. They're primarily like a dealer now, but they also are wreckers at the same time. So they will sell new bikes as well as a lot of used bikes. So if you just want a beginner bike and you don't care if it's 3 different colours or whatever, then have a look in there, The other bike I was possibly going to get was a Venox, made by Kimco, which is another Korean brand, Taiwanese brand actually, I think now. And yeah, I was gonna get it, but it was only a 250cc, and brand new though. It was about the same price of what I bought this for, and this is 650. Actually, I got a little bit better deal on this bike. I got this 4.5 grand. And 6 months rego on top of that made it just under 5. I think it's 4.9. And so it's about 5 grand. But for 6,200, I think it was, you could get a brand new Kimco 250cc Venox. And from all the reviews and everything, it seemed like a really good bike, Not really that well known, but you can get it at that wrecker's place. I've seen a couple of them riding around and they look nice. And all the reviews say they handle really good. And yeah, I haven't really heard anything bad about them. They had something, one forum was saying that a couple of the fuel tanks had issues in the fuel cap. It wasn't letting air back in when it was sucking the fuel out. But it's just simple, drill a hole in the fuel cap, and it came up good. don't know if I'll make this into 2 videos. If I do, it's because it's so long, I didn't realise. I only want to keep them down to about 10 minutes. So here on the left we've got another Rapid Creek marketplace. You can have markets on Sundays, I think there are. Nice market stalls there, go with the feed. Local vegetables. Oh shit, this guy alright? You good? Yep. I think he just dropped his scooter. Oh, there's the local bum. Shouldn't say that, he's a nice guy. His name's Trevor. He builds all these sculptures on the side of the road. When I first got up here, I saw him and I went, wow, now that's art. He's down there, he's collecting palm fronds. Good job. Such a nice guy to talk to, eh? You sit down and have a yarn. He just floats around, eh? Does what he wants. Good on him. So if you see Trevor around, shake his hand, tell him hi, see if he needs any help. Such a beautiful day, and I keep saying that, but you got to really take in these dry season days. They're nice, not humid at all. It's probably about 30 degrees, maybe 28, who knows, but it feels nice. Yeah, here's some blipping. Some front brake. No, I'm not looking forward to the wet season. Being my first wet season. I've never ridden in like proper rain before. So that kind of scares me, the idea of that, with buckets of water just falling out of the sky. So, as far as slow maneuvering goes on this bike, it is pretty heavy. Yeah, it's probably not the easiest thing, but it can be done. I got my back brake on now. Just rev it a bit too much. Still getting used to that idea, but anyway, let me just pull over here and show you what the bike actually looks like. Pop it into neutral. Can be a bit tricky sometimes, but it's pretty easy to find. Right, so I don't look like a tool. This is Hyosung. Tilts down. Pretty good. Nice and shiny, eh? I did get a rip on the seat, but patched that up with a vinyl repair kit. But you can get brand new leather for the seat. This is actually just like a vinyl. You can get brand new leather. It's like $100 I think off eBay. So I might invest in that in the future if it gets bad. Alright, if it doesn't go in first gear, just push it forward a bit when you're pushing down the gear lever and it'll go straight in. See how slow I can go. Oh. Some people there. There's a lot of oil here at the shopping centre on the road. Not looking forward to a wet season, riding through that. First rain, they reckon, is the one to avoid. It's when it really buckets down or what have you, or the oil from the road just rises to the top and creates like an oil slick. Let's get out here today. And this bike will keep up with bigger bikes, eh? Power to weight ratio is pretty good. I think it's 650 with a sports bike engine. It's also belt driven, which takes some of the power out, but also includes less hassle. Kind of like you just check the tension and see if it's frayed or anything. That's about it. With the chain, you got to oil it and look after it properly. Yeah, it is a restricted motorcycle. I almost called it bicycle. A restricted motorcycle, which means that I think you can only go 160 kilometers on it before it top ends out and doesn't rev any higher. So that's not really a drama for me. I can only go 130 up here. Some people do unrestrict them. I think it's just a screw or something they take out of the engine or something. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it in. I mean, it'll be worth more when you sell it because people buying the bike probably want to learn to approve the bike and they don't want one that's been modified. Probably so that they can legally ride it, and also they're not going to just have too much power. So it keeps up with that Camry pretty good. Now I wasn't really giving it too much of a kick in the guts or anything, just driving along as normal.